All right, everyone ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Ugh, that was pretty bad.
It'll all come together.
Okay, everybody's recording. Nobody forgot to start recording or anything?
Or to stop recording earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Fine.
Episode
Back up.
36. Wow. Welcome to episode 36 of the Drunken Arcanauts Origins campaign. I'm Clancy. I'm your DM. And this is a 5th edition D&D campaign podcast live stream with lots of custom content and made up stuff. And I honestly am starting to worry that the characters are literally unkillable due to fate. Because even the most impossible situations, they seem to be able to roll their way out of, which is starting to make the threats almost ridiculous. That aside, we want to do a shout out for our patrons, Mitch D, Cole J, Ethan S, Jess S, and Skate P. Really appreciate the support. Hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. Everybody, go ahead and do your introductions. I'll do the recap, and I'll bitch and moan when I get to it.
Hi, I'm Risky, and I am still playing Brotisserie somehow. Eric Rokra, Barbarian, and I don't know how I escaped the last one. Besides, all my luck is gone now. But yeah,
So the DM can kill you for finally.
For finally.
For finally, I said. I said what I said.
For finally. I am Relevant. I am playing Liza, a human bard. Her and Urgery smashed together in a portal, and now she thinks that he assaulted her. Because
You're the one that penetrated his brain. If anything, he's the one that got assaulted.
No, because she's the virgin bard.
not anymore.
Well, now she doesn't think she is. And now she knows something very bad is going to happen to her.
My name is Mark. I play Seth, a Tabaxi ranger / fighter. Seth was very excited to see Brotisserie head towards Sharadoyle and is very disappointed to see Brotisserie return.
I'm Jay. I play Urgery, half dark elf rogue, Tripper of shadows, summoner of demons, maker of bad plans. He doesn't feel all that violated by Liza penetrating his brain because there was already a party in there. So, he's not a virgin.
Two
Brain
parties.
virgin.
There were already 2 other parties competing for his brain at this point. Okay. Recap. Brotisserie. The party world hopped with Dormarcus. They found themselves immediately in the middle of a huge battle between a group called the Psy and some giants that they don't know what they're called. Although if we were to call them anything, they might call them Oni. Not that they've heard that yet, for sure.
From Halo, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, were those guys doing the Kaioken?
They weren't not doing that.
Oh, okay. Nice, dude.
So the Psy and the Oni were fighting. The party had to protect the portal that they came through and fought off the Psy before the Oni offered them a safe place to retreat to. As they were about to head there, they then changed their mind and said they were going to fuck off the plane. However, Sharadoyle and a party of elite Red Arrow soldiers had followed them somehow to the plane. Brotisserie, hearing from Liza that they had his new axe that he had paid for, decided he was going to go get his axe from his koala friend because he's reasonable, it was a terrible plan. He just flew right in there, got the shit kicked out of him for a little bit, and then took off while being heavily poisoned. The axe was covered in poison. He was full of poison. And an absurd amount of high-level con checks later, he made it back to the party and then was just cured of his paralysis. Although his health has got to be pretty fucking low at this point.
It's at 25.
Yeah. So the party is sitting there staring down at the very bloody corpse. Well, not corpse, but looks basically like a corpse of Rotisserie, who now has a very, very nice axe.
Great. I'm so glad you're back and that you have your axe. I'm going to cast Cure
Thanks.
Wounds on myself.
Well, I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds on me and Rotisserie and Urgery.
Dick.
Hey, what's that?
17. That's 17. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
26.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I got 28.
Well, I mean, technically, she did like 78.
Taking a minute to look at your new axe, you see it is labeled. Engraved in it are runes written in the Tabaxi language. You yourself can't read it, but Urgery can read it and Seth can read it. Urgery, you're not sure why you can read it.
I'm not surprised by anything anymore.
What does it say?
What's this say?
It says it's a named weapon, the Shithawk's Amberwing Catastrophe.
It just says Liza's sword. I think Liza
Okay,
is
well,
supposed
first
to
off,
have
that's
it.
not true. You know I can read Tabaxi, right?
Why? You shut up.
I tell them what it actually says.
You're going to need to attune to it before you can use it at its full potential. So you'll basically just need to be able to concentrate for an hour with it, and then you're attuned to it.
Seems like that can happen here.
That can happen anywhere, as long as he has an hour to just hold on to it and attune to it. The unattuned version is just a 1d12 Great Axe. The attuned version is a 3d4 Great Axe that on a max damage roll, so if you hit a 4 on all three, it explodes, quote unquote, and you get to roll another 3d4 and add that damage to the damage you rolled. And if that rolls 3 all on a 4, you explode again. It will go until you don't roll all 4s. It has a +2 to hit and can be stored in a pocket dimension and summoned back to your hand from anywhere. It's like literally you can just hold your hand out and summon it to your hand.
Okay, Thor.
It's a
Do I
very
have to be attuned to it to do that?
yeah, all that stuff you have to be attuned to it to do.
Okay.
It's just a regular 1d12 Great Axe otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys are sitting there. You know for sure that Sheridoyle and her goons are headed your direction.
We should
But-
probably go.
We should
Yeah.
rest. And Urdri,
Yeah.
you can tell me about why you can read Tabaxi.
Yeah, I'll tell you when Cheridoyle isn't running down our necks. How about that?
Nah, we could just
And
hang
then-
out here, right?
All right, well, yeah, go for it. I'm leaving. And I start walking along, leaving.
Don't trip in the magma.
I can't imagine why I would.
You guys are headed to the camp. You're not immediately world hopping.
That's
Oh,
up to
shoot, we
Dormarcus. We
Could
can't do
world
that.
hop if we wanted. That's probably the best way to get away from Cheridoyle.
Yeah, probably. Can we do that, Dormarcus?
Well, Dormarcus not sure about lunar cycle, but probably.
Oh,
What is
I
this?
know
What-
about the lunar cycle here, and it's the right time to do it.
Oh, good. Dormarcus worried.
It's not,
he
but
begins to
yeah, let's
place
do
all
it.
of the posts back into the ground, again separating them. And after a moment, they begin to flicker with the purple lightning. Dormarcus begins to psych himself up again, and then leaps into it. Again, the lightning burning away. This time it burrows into his eyes immediately. Out the back of his skull, you see lightning all over until he just sort of begins to burn into ash and disintegrates in front of your eyes. Who's next?
Anyone want a brain invader?
No. And I go in next.
Okay.
Does anyone want to go with me besides Urgery to
No.
get this weird thing? I don't know what Urgery did to me, but he did something weird to me last time.
I didn't do anything to you at all. You're the one that went inside my brain.
Seth, you jump in immediately. You feel the lightning tearing along your body. Your perception shrinks down into just pinpricks of light, and you can't see anything or hear anything, almost a sensory deprivation. It feels like this time the way it yanked you, you just got ripped right out of your own consciousness immediately. And you guys watch him disappear as his head is literally incinerated by the lightning immediately, and then it begins to incinerate the rest of him.
I'm gonna grab everything and run.
Jump in.
Yep.
Okay. Rotisserie, you feel the wounds on your body each rupture into electricity. Everywhere you've ever been cut or injured or ripped open or torn immediately reopens all at once. And as your blood oozes all over your body, you feel it just shocking you before it goes away. And you guys watch all of his blood immediately cauterize from the burning lightning, creating almost a crystal around the body before it disappears.
Okay.
Urgery?
Are
You gonna go or go
you
for
want-
it? Go.
Just don't
Go.
come in with me,
Liza.
okay?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
No.
12.
Well, you immediately see the eye in the center of the portal looking back at you, and it's enough that you definitely take multiple steps back away from the portal rather than moving into it. Erdre, you see Liza's not jumping into the portal. She's giving you wide berth.
Are you okay?
Fuck you.
What?
I don't know
going-
what you did to me the last time we went in that portal.
I
But
didn't
there's
do
something
anything.
there's something fucking watching me.
Is that an eyeball?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Oh, it doesn't sound like something I want to get used to.
I get it. I didn't want to either, but trust me, it gets easier with time.
Can you guys each make me a perception check?
Sure.
17.
You see
50.
lightning very similar to the purple lightning, except for bright blue, only maybe 50, 60 yards away over a little rise. It appears that a portal has opened somewhere else that is going to a different place.
Liza, we need to go. So, what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna go in?
Okay, fine. I'm going.
You force yourself to dive into the eye itself, and you feel as you jump into it the burning of the lightning, but it feels like it's the flames of the eye itself, and your sanity cracks just a little.
Fuck. Great, I'm gonna be a fucking
Soon enough,
zombie.
she's gone, and it's just you, Erdry.
I go in.
You too jump in. You feel all of the lightning running through you. However, most interestingly, it doesn't touch the eye engraved onto your forehead where that spell mark is. It seems to avoid it, almost as though it's some sort of hydrophobic surface and the lightning is water. It just won't. It refuses to make contact with it.
I get it.
You quickly disappear and you are on the other side. You all arrive almost at the same time, and looking around, you are in the middle of a busy city. There are probably 30 bodies that have been bisected, laying around you. It looks like wherever you portaled into the middle of, people were standing before, and they were slaughtered by the arrival of your portal. There's not a whole lot of people nearby, but you can see people peeking from around corners, and you can see in the distance blue lightning, maybe 100 yards away,
Damn it.
a few buildings over.
People are just staring at us.
Yeah, they're all sort of like sitting there, and you hear a guy be like, "Oi, did you kill those people?"
Does it look like I killed them?
And he goes, "Well, I mean, yeah, you're standing in the middle of them, and they be dead."
How would I kill all of them that quickly?
Goes, I reckon it be some dirty magic of some sort. We'll go get the Justicar here to sort this out. And he goes running off down the road.
Okay, so we're already in trouble here. Great. Cool. We gotta go
Is
away
there
from
any
here.
buildings next to us?
Yeah, you're surrounded by buildings. And we're talking like 8-9 stories high. This is a dense city with roads that are paved with stones, very nice. You even see glass, but at a quality that you're very unfamiliar with. It's clean, it's not bowed, and it looks like it almost looks like just air, but you can see the telltale sheen of sunlight on it. The lightning that you were seeing is probably, at this point, because you're confirming it's a city, blocks away. It may be very difficult to go as the crow flies from one location to another, because you'll have to take different streets and alleys and things.
How far away was it?
Probably 100 yards, or 200 yards, exactly as far away as it was the last time that you guys had appeared and then found another portal appearing.
Hey, Seth, how far is your fog cloud reach?
Not 200 yards. But it looks like your friends are here, so that's good news.
I mean, you can't cast it super far away?
I mean,
Can you cast it on them?
the range is, I can cast it 120 feet.
Oh, okay.
So if they got closer,
Or you could just throw that up, and then we should just try to get the fuck out of here. It's not on us, because we'd like to see where we're going.
yeah, maybe we'll think about fog cloud as we leave the area. It does cost a spell slot to do so.
But what about the ninja one?
The ninja one?
Yeah.
He's talking about Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
Roll
that thing.
perception really quick, everybody.
25.
25.
Not
Anybody?
natural 20.
24.
Nice.
24s and up.
28.
28.
Damn.
Okay. 28, 24, and 25. You guys all see there's a bell tower between you and the blue lightning. On top of that bell tower, basically the tallest building that you can get clear line of sight to, you see the telltale shimmer of somebody dimension dooring on top of it. You quickly notice that it's not her. Who is it? It's the lizard folk with the red arrow cloak has dimension doored on top of this building and is scanning, looking for you guys.
I cast
He
Pass
hasn't
Without
spotted
Trace.
you yet.
Pass Without Trace on us.
Okay, roll stealth if you guys are stealthing.
And add a plus
Yeah.
10.
15, and then it adds a 10, right?
Yep.
38 for Seth.
27.
I got 24.
43.
Oh my god.
Okay, you guys are all pretty fucking stealthy. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you just standing there? Because that's not going to work very well.
No.
Can we already take the rods? We gotta wait for
Yeah,
the rods,
the rods
right?
appear pretty quickly. You guys all arrived at about the same time, and the rods appeared much faster. Probably the speed or the rate that time passes here is considerably faster than it was, or considerably slower than it was on your previous plane. So the long periods of time before are much faster here.
Just go
I don't know,
away.
we
We
could
just go away
in one
from
of
where
the
they are.
buildings and try to commandeer a room or something.
But
I don't know.
I think I say we just go as far away from the opposite direction of those people.
Yeah, but that's what they'll be expecting.
But they won't know where we are because we'll be basically invisible to them.
But not forever.
Well, we could do it for an hour.
Okay.
So where are you guys going?
I don't know.
Erdry, do you think we should leave this place or go into a building?
I
Or
think
Marcus.
that we should stealthily go through alleys and try to make some distance between us and them. Personally.
Oh, now
but-
alleys are a good idea, huh?
What?
Liza and I went into alleys and everybody made fun of us, but whatever.
That's because you went to Piss Alley looking for a rebellion.
It was one time.
Tomato, tomato.
I mean, Seth's the one that's not forgetting about it. I didn't think about it until he brought it up.
Thanks, Seth.
Okay, so I was like, we should leave. Just go through the alleys, I guess.
Well, if we're like invisible, why don't we just go stay on the busy street?
Roll stealth again, everybody.
No. But add your plus 10. 27 this time.
26.
38.
Don't fuck this up, Liza.
Don't worry about it.
I am worried.
29.
You played your
Okay.
loot one time.
All right, let's at least start walking the
Yeah, let's
opposite
go.
direction.
Okay.
So you start making your way through the city. You quickly leave behind the massacre that you arrived in the middle of. People don't seem to be looking at you too weird. As you wander through, it's sort of a mixed group. There's definitely humans, elves, dwarves. You see some tabaxi, some aarakocra. This appears to be a fairly advanced realm with a good amount of diversity. But you notice as you're going around that there's a lot of different symbols on buildings. You're not super familiar with what any of these symbols are, but they seem to be shared. Certain buildings have the same symbols from others. Some of them look like a sword in a hand wreathed in flame. Others look like look like three eyes on a single head. And still others look like stalks of like corn or something growing out of the back of a body. It just seems very weird. You don't know what any of these symbols mean, but you're seeing them repeated. And you guys are trying to stick to alleys and stuff?
I don't know.
Who's leading?
Erdry.
God damn it.
Erdry, what are you doing?
Kind of like sticking to alleys, trying to maybe just, is the city kind of busy?
Yeah, it seems pretty busy. You guys aren't like, you're not literally shoving through crowds, but if you're not sort of moving side to side a little bit, you'd be bumping shoulders with people.
Yeah, just trying to get lost in the crowd a little
Okay.
bit.
You do see shops, you see inns, you see different various residences. It appears to be fairly busy. It's midday, and the city is bustling.
Do we want to just like get an inn for the night, take a break, maybe heal up, and if we got to fight those people, Jared Oil and them, or whatever our plan is, I'd like to be well rested. When was the last time we got like a rest?
Is
I
sleep
kinda
gonna help
wanna
us?
sleep.
Is sleep gonna help us defeat them?
Yes.
I don't.
I mean, it's not gonna.
It'll
I mean,
make us less likely to die as fast.
we definitely need Brotisserie at full strength if we end up in a fight. We're fucked without him.
And
I don't know if staying in an inn when they're 100 yards away is the best idea, but
They're not like 100 yards away anymore. Maybe we don't know where they went.
Yeah, you lost sight of them. They could be 10 feet away.
Yeah.
What if we like cut through one direction and then just go back the way that they were at?
You just
Right.
want to go back.
No, but like sneak around the opposite direction of where we showed up from them.
what if you just go fly right at them and see what happens again?
Should I?
No,
That sounds like a poor choice.
No, you should
don't
not.
do that.
I think that we should just find a cozy place to hide in for the night.
I agree.
At that, you see a tiefling urchin sort of pop out from behind some crates. And he says, so I hear you're in the market for a place to stay off the books. Maybe keep it quiet like.
Why are you being so creepy?
That's where my and his eyes dart around. He goes, clientele likes discretion.
Is this a sex thing? 'Cause it's not. We're not looking for that, really.
He's like, no. I just I thought you folks looked desperate, and desperate
Yeah,
people
we're-
pay well for simple things, and I
Yeah, we're
Have
not.
a
We're
simple
not doing
place.
minors, man.
Okay, tell
We're
us.
not really desperate. We just kind of want like a nice place to stay. If you've got like some weird creep dungeon, I gotta say, I'm just gonna tell you right now, we're not interested.
he's like, no. It's not a creep dungeon. It's not a 5-star, but it's
4-star.
not too bad. It's
Is it more than
out
one
of the
star?
way. Yeah, I would say it's a solid 3-ish stars.
That's not bad.
It's the best place Rotisserie's ever stayed.
American Inn. Okay, all right, I get it.
Like
there
it's
breakfast?
just yeah, we have breakfast. We have a continental breakfast actually. It doesn't have a lot of variety, and the waffle irons don't work, but it's
You,
there.
do you guys have like those little chocolate muffin things?
I don't know what chocolate is. I've never heard of it.
Oh, well, sorry.
Wow. Well, that explains that.
Yeah.
How much money are you expecting from us on this?
Well, it depends. If you're just looking for a regular old room, then it'd only be for all 4 of you. Would you want 1 room or 2 rooms?
Do you have one room for all of us?
Yeah, I can get all of you in 1 room.
That's.
With
I
bed.
don't think that's quite what he's asking. How many beds are in a room?
He's like, well, we can get 2 plus a fold out. You can just roll another mattress in there, no
so
problem.
Liza and Erdry for sure can share one because they're a thing now.
I think I'll
Are
probably
you
share a bed
jealous?
with Rotisserie, if
clear.
anything.
Rotisserie's clearly in love with Dormarcus, so that's 2.
Dormarcus is silently staring at the child. He's just judging him. He's not saying anything. He's just trying to evaluate. And the kid's like, so for just regular accommodations for the 3 of you, or for 3 beds in 1 room, that's like 200 gold.
Can you tell us anything about the lunar cycles here?
He goes, well, I know that there is a moon, and it's sorry, cycle. It's not there when that's there, and he points at the sun. He says, but it is there sometimes when that's not there.
It's pretty good, right, Dormarcus?
Dormarcus nods. He goes, this is very important. How often has the moon been blown up? And the kid's like, none times as far as I know. He goes, that's good. Okay, this place is safe to make more portals at.
Okay. All right, little person, bring us to your place. But if anything weird happens, I will blow the whole building up.
It's like, and you don't want the, special private accommodations, right?
What's that?
Just a regular old room.
What's the special one?
Private one.
The private one, we wouldn't put your names in the books. We have anti-scrying spells built into the room. And we have a reverse scryer. So if you are being scryed, you can scry on who's scrying you.
Yeah, let's do that one. How much is
Yeah,
that
that
one?
one.
Scry and scry. All right,
Oh,
how much
that's
does that cost?
That's 1,500 gold a night.
Oh.
I have 80 silver.
He goes, oh, I severely misunderstood the wealth that you had. I am sorry for
No,
misrepresenting.
we have the wealth, but we have to talk amongst ourselves to see if that's what we want to spend it on.
Oh, okay, no worries. I've got some other friends. We've only got one of those rooms available, and if you guys can't, I'm pretty sure I saw some other interesting individuals that appeared into town that would be great for that.
Yeah, I would stay away from those particular individuals. They're bad for business.
Oh, he writes that down on a little note and then throws it on the ground.
If you run into a dagger lady, she's gonna murder everyone you know.
I think, you know what? Why don't you go and you can talk to them and we'll find somewhere else. We're not going to stay at the same place as them. They're just bad company.
It's like, well, okie dokie. And he goes running on down the alley, yelling
wait.
out, and is like, hello? Hey, people? People? Other realm people. I'm looking for the other realm people. I've seen some of them, and I want to find the rest of them, as he's running down the alley yelling.
Okay, we can't stay here because he knows that we're here. And
Can you imagine if we would have stayed in the same place as they did? That would have sucked so much.
Yeah, and the waffle maker doesn't work. That's bullshit.
He doesn't
Yeah,
even know
why
what
even
chocolate.
advertise that if you don't have a working one?
He doesn't even know what chocolate is. What a jackass.
Yeah. Okay, plan B. Holiday Inn or
Break and enter?
We could do a B&E. Just stay in someone's house. Why not?
That's what I was suggesting at the beginning.
yeah, but you
Oh,
were
Like,
saying,
let's not go in a fucking building.
I
Right.
misunderstood what you were trying to say, I guess.
You've also said let's go back to where they were, so we're throwing out a lot of ideas here.
Yeah, and also we have a little kid screaming where we were at. So if we were the other direction.
Speaking of
then-
which, could you all roll stealth again?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was an actual good one.
35.
34.
38 again.
31.
Okay. You guys are still pretty stealthy, and you've still got a half an hour of time left on Pass Without Trace.
Okay, we got to find
So-
a place now.
Do we want to find just a hotel room or do we want to do a B&E?
Can we do any of that special stuff, the scrying stuff that kid was talking about?
I don't. What do you
I
mean? Are we capable of that? I'm not.
You're not?
Is that magic?
There's a lot going on in your head, Urgery.
I mean,
Or
you've already been in
scry.
there once. You want to go in again? It's pretty terrifying in there.
Less now, probably.
Is scrying just looking in people's windows?
Sort of, magically.
No, I can't do magic.
Yeah, I know you can't do magic.
Okay, just break into some damn place before Sheridoyle finds us out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, well, tell me about the buildings next to us, Clayton.
So you're in an alley.
Fancy.
Sorry.
There is a fire escape that goes up, and there's a bunch of different windows along that fire escape. You'd have to knock the fire escape down to get onto it,
No, I
or of
don't.
course fly up onto it is an option for you. The other side is just a solid wall of brick. You can't see anything, or you guys can keep going since you're literally right next to where that kid saw you.
Can we find another fire escape?
I'm just going to fly up to the fire escape.
To this one? Great.
Yeah.
Looking in, you see most of the rooms are pretty shitty. These are definitely crap apartments. A lot of them are covered in just pizza boxes and garbage crap. It seems like this place is. You're probably not in the nicest part of town by any means. However, not like you know where that is. So,
Is there enough room for all of us to like rest?
Roll me intelligence.
Erdry, didn't you get Rotisserie a special thing to make better choices?
That's like when he's enraged.
Oh.
Oh
okay.
yeah, and that was I already used that, so now each time I rage until we long rest, I will make worse choices.
No.
Yeah.
But that's a 16.
That's a 16.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure you could all fit in them.
Hey, we can all rest in these. These are shitty, but
Shitty's not bad though, because if we go to like a rich part of town, they might have like weird spells and shit on their houses, and I don't know, just dumb shit I don't want to deal with.
yeah. How'd they know that we hopped?
They probably saw the lightning of our. Shit's not
Ah.
exactly.
And
You
like
know.
all the murders.
It's not discreet.
Yeah.
So what if we just use the poles and then didn't jump through it?
That might be the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
But do they go through, like they show up on the other side, so then we lose the poles?
And then we wouldn't have a way to travel. But they have pizza here.
Shit, you guys are all bringing up really good points.
Let's
Why
just
don't
get
we-
inside the building and then we can talk about this.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
fine.
lower the fire escape.
Okay. So you break in.
Well, I was just lowering the fire escape so everyone. can-
You lower the fire escape. Everybody can climb up and look in the window.
Okay.
The first one you come across is shitty. Looks like maybe there's like a living room. You can see a kitchen. It's all one giant room, and then there's a bedroom and maybe a restroom. You're not really sure if it's a restroom. The door's closed, but it would make sense to be one. I'm going to tell you exactly what to picture. If you guys are familiar with Seinfeld, you are breaking into Jerry's apartment.
Ugh. There's a bike hanging on the wall that he
Yeah.
never has
There's a
used.
Superman figure in the back on the shelf.
There's cigars.
Is the window locked?
Yep. The window is locked.
What if we
Okay.
don't? What if we go to the highest we can? Because then we can look down and see
On the
if,
alley.
Yeah, and see if Sheridoil's coming, or like look out on the city if possible, or we could get to the roof really quickly instead of
Yeah, check it
climbing
out.
8 flights of stairs.
Oh yeah.
Check I guess we could check it out. Let's be quick.
You get up to the top floor, and it is the apartment from Friends.
This place
It's
is
got a
huge.
series of glass windows that look out over the city. There's a living room, sort of a raised up podium area where the windows are. These are locked as well, but you can probably get in there.
Dude, there's an ugly naked guy across the street, guys. Let's use this one.
Okay.
Weird, but okay.
I could just dimension door in and then open the window.
Okay, go for it. Fancy pants.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Literally the moment you do, the apartment lights up a blinding white, and a siren begins to go off. It's just a, and you hear Liza, unauthorized magic detected. Unauthorized magic detected. You have been silenced and will be detained.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
That was a bad choice.
Well, we just
Liza is
just leave her here.
inside. You guys are all outside.
Just leave
We
it
gotta
here,
punch
right?
the window.
Oh.
I need you to make me a con save.
Oh, that's good because that's a 27.
Cool. you feel as it shocks you. You only take half. That is 18 damage. 18 lightning damage.
Is she stuck inside?
I mean, you don't know that yet, but maybe.
Don't shadow step.
Can I-
Unauthorized use of magic. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Is it really get us in trouble? We're already in trouble.
Or two of you are gonna be trapped in there.
Did I break the window?
No. You barely even scratched it.
I mean, I'm not really using magic, kind of. You know, like I'm casting a spell.
You do you.
Can I use
all
the
right?
pickaxe?
Do you still have the pickaxe?
Yeah.
You pull it out of your bag and try.
Okay.
Is it magic?
You pull it out and you swing, and it just slams into the wall. The whole room has been silenced. There is no magic inside of it.
Well, she's probably safe.
Yeah.
Uh,
She was just saying how much she liked it here.
I'm just saying, Dagger Lady probably can't get to her.
Yeah. Cool.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
— 26.
What are you looking for in particular?
Just like anything that would maybe like help me, I don't know, hide.
Looking around, every surface of this room has turned bright white, as though it's emitting light itself. However, when you look at the front door of the room, there is a reoccurring sort of illusion that shows you, specifically you, getting on your knees at the door, laying down on the ground and putting your arms behind your back. And words flash on the door, and it says, "Do not resist. Do not resist," over and over again.
I think I'm going to get arrested.
Not if you resist.
That's true.
What are you guys doing?
Seth has nothing he can do to get inside of anywhere magically. Erdry, you could. If you're going to
I don't
chance
know
it.
if I can get in there.
And then Patricia and
You
I are
just told
stuck
me
out
not
here.
to.
Seth can't do
I-
anything.
I'm gonna try to shadow step into the room.
Can we get up on the roof?
The only way to shadow step right now is to use Liza's shadow. So you do, and you immediately collide directly up against her. The shadows are very limited in a room emitting light. So you're smashed very physically close to Liza
Again.
as you shadow step in, and knock her basically off her feet onto the ground. But you are inside, and you immediately feel inside your mind, your consciousness sort of hurting. Something is being compressed within you, and you lose the ability to do magic as the eye fades from your senses.
Did Liza do something to Erdry Brotisserie? He's like really aggressive toward her recently.
I'm gonna, Jesus.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
try to grab her and shadow step out with both of us.
You try, and it just doesn't do anything.
You hear the bass.
But now
guitar
there's
from Seinfeld.
pictures of both of you getting on your ground and putting your arms behind your back.
Erdry, what are we going to do?
Okay, I can't punch that again.
Could you axe it?
I guess.
Don't use the good axe. What if you break it like that time you hit a crystal?
I don't remember how I did that.
Well, you just touched it and lost your weapon, and you just got this thing and almost died. I would advise not to use your good
Door
axe.
Marcus charges the glass with his trident and slams his trident into it. He doesn't do well on his con save. He takes 19 damage. Door Marcus is not in the best shape at the moment, to be totally honest. And he looks down and he looks in at Liza and Erdry and says, Thor Marcus will get you out, and begins to pull the poles out of his bag.
Whoa.
Okay.
That I don't.
No. Thor Marcus have secret weapon. And he pulls the pole out that has the crystal embedded into it.
Let me just cast Cure Wounds on you real quick and see if that helps you stay alive.
Well, I guess we could play a round of Go Fish. I have a deck of cards that I've never used.
So he gets
Or
25
taken
HP.
out of my bag since
How
I
much?
stole them.
25.
Yeah, sure.
I'm assuming they're just regular cards.
I hope.
I've had them since like the first episode.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything to help Thor Marcus? Or are you just going to let him ram the crystal into this barrier?
I have no idea what he's doing.
So
I
Marcus,
don't know magic.
if
And
this goes-
he seems to know everything about portals.
If this goes bad and we lose that crystal, we have to then find a crystal while Sharadoyle is after us. That's like worst case scenario of.
Or we steal the crystal from her.
Thor Marcus points at the two and he goes, but trapped.
They'll probably be okay. They just have to not resist.
Yeah, I think they'll probably be safer with the authorities than we're gonna be.
Can I
Honestly.
hear them?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna just be looking at them like, I'm not going with any authorities. I don't know what you guys.
Are they just gonna let us get arrested?
We're not getting arrested.
I can't punch through that.
You want him? I'm gonna motion like you want him to use the crystal.
At that moment, you hear a sound fairly close that's like a. And a rapidly spinning, sort of. It looks like it might be modeled after a dragon with two propellers spinning above it, is approaching the building. And leaning out, you see a figure in a silver armor with a bright red sword, and he seems to be staring at the building where it's lit up. He probably hasn't noticed Rotisserie or Seth outside, but he's working a spotlight over nearby rooftops, searching for something, probably the perpetrators. At this moment, the room that you're in
Can
goes
we just
dark,
open the door?
and the door opens,
Oh, fuck.
and in walks a fully, like, head-to-tail suit of armor guard who says, "Please do not resist. Get down, and we will take you into custody. You will be given a fair trial, as all beings are, and we will discuss your crimes."
Oh my God! Thank God you're here. These guys, they came from nowhere and they dimension doored us in here, and then they laughed at us and just ran away.
Roll deception.
Can we hear that?
Yeah.
Get down.
Like, oh no, it's the cops.
I live here, and I forgot my keys.
24 on deception.
Roll deception, Liza.
Your keys to get out of here.
Good to have two stories that don't line up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys live and die by the same two rolls at this point, FYI.
That's why I do dumb
8?
shit by myself.
Yeah. As he buys your story, Erdry, but then when she tells a different story badly, he immediately reaches out a gauntleted hand and is reaching for you. What are you doing?
Can I use magic again?
You could try.
I'm gonna fucking try to shadow step us out of the building out with Rotisserie, and
You immediately pass out.
Oh shit.
as lightning arcs from the glove at you. And he says, "They're resisting! This one tried to use magic!"
You said
And-
I passed out.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say I can't be put to sleep. So is that possible?
It's passed out like you're knocked out, not asleep.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
you
say
can be
we
in a
run.
trance almost.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah.
You want to run?
And at that point, one is charging Liza. Liza, what are you doing?
I'm not resisting, guys. I'm just.
Do you
trying.
get down on the ground and put your arms behind your back, or do you just say, "I'm not resisting"?
I'm just gonna get down on the ground.
Arms behind your back?
Yep.
Okay. He puts his
going to
knee right in the back of your your lower back, and then takes a gauntlet covering your head and begins to shock you
What the fuck? Couldn't you be a little nicer?
until
I'm
you pass out.
cooperating.
We gotta go, Brotisserie.
Yeah, let's
Police
go.
brutality.
Uh,
Police brutality.
you guys hear the as it's getting closer, and you hear an announcement. Unauthorized individuals, please put down your weapons and come out. You cannot evade justice.
I bet we can evade justice.
We're gonna try.
Okay, you guys still have like 10 minutes of pass without trace, so roll me stealth.
Ooh,
28.
22.
28 and 22. You guys managed to hide in some nearby dumpsters, and you watch as the thing turns around. They load Erdry and Liza's bodies into this flying machine and begin to take off across the city.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Dormarcus stands up and says, "Must follow, trapped!" and begins to run openly.
Nope. I'm gonna try to grab him.
Roll Dex.
I'm gonna try to help.
That's a nat one.
Oh fuck. And you're out of luck.
Just eat shit getting out of the garbage can.
What did you do, Seth?
I
You
wanted
said
to
you were
try
gonna
to
and
help. Yeah. 19.
19. You do manage to stop Dormarcus.
Wait,
You have
don't.
to step on Brotisserie to do so. And you basically just shove his face right into what is absolutely a used diaper, and not a baby's diaper, an adult diaper.
I didn't mean to do
but
that.
you grab Brotisserie, or you grab Dormarcus.
Okay, Dormarcus, we gotta stop and think. The two people who usually spend most of their time thinking are not here, so we gotta do this in a way that we're also not gonna be killed.
But-
Or
But, friends, why? He looks at you and Brotisserie and he goes, "Why are you so bad at keeping track?
Keeping track of what?
Everyone."
I mean,
What
we
you
know where
talking
they
about?
are.
Like that's like the law. So like we know we're gonna be able to find out where they are super easy. We just have to break in and get them out. But we need to rest.
Dormarcus is huffy. It's like, Dormarcus not want rest. Dormarcus not rest till we have everyone.
I'm about to pass out.
Are we gonna sleep in this dumpster
Might as well.
and hope tomorrow's not trash day?
I guess. I'm already covered in shit.
Shit.
I guess we're sleeping in the dumpster then.
As you guys are sitting there discussing, you see a large figure at the end of the alley approaching. Roll perception. Rotisserie's was terrible.
Mm-hmm. 12.
18.
18. It is definitely the Tortol
Fuck.
with a red arrow banner. And he is walking directly at you guys. At the other end of the alley, you see two smaller figures and a lizard folk. It seems Sheridoyle has found you. Dormarcus summons his trident.
pocket, whatever.
Ugh.
It's probably gonna be what is it, Gland?
Roll
or
a
Brand?
d20.
Or brand.
19.
Ooh.
A new one?
Roll a d20.
Okay. 3.
Okay. And roll another d20.
16.
Okay. So you got bland and stand, and your first one was 19, which is and, so it does 2 off that initial list. So you pocket sand bland, or pocket bland sand. No, pocket bland and sand. That's what you say.
Mhm.
Pocket bland and sand. Immediately washing the alley in a gray color as flecks of gray dust fly out from your hand. Everywhere it strikes, loses all color, and it just seems to spread. It doesn't seem to hurt him any. However, as it strikes the building that you guys had broken into the top floor of, immediately you see rooms lighting up, and you hear the sirens again. And you hear the and what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna cast a wind wall.
Hmm?
I'm gonna
Okay.
cast wind wall just in a straight line between them. I can make the wall 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and a foot thick. And each creature within the area must make a strength saving throw or take 3d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save for half as much on a successful one.
Are you putting this? So the alley's only about 8 feet wide. How are you putting it?
I'm just gonna fill the whole thing, but like onto them.
Okay. So I don't see any reason that you can't like S the wall back and forth and just fill the alley.
It can be up to 50
which
feet
which
long.
one are you doing though? Are you doing where the 2 smaller figures and the lizard folk are, or where the tortoise was?
How far apart are they?
Well, the tortoise is on the like right side of the alley, and he's maybe 20 feet away, and the other 3 are on the left side of the alley, and they're probably 70 feet away.
Oh, then the dangerous guy, the tortoise.
Okay. What else are you doing? You see him struggling to push forward through this. He's having a really hard time. He's not a super fast moving guy anyway.
Oh my god. This is bad.
What is our what is our jump distance normally?
I think your jump is half your movement. No, that can't be right. I want to say your jump is, well, maybe it's half your movement. We'll say it's half your movement. I know that's not what it is, but we're going to say that's what it is.
Rotisserie can fly. Rotisserie, do you want to fly away and I can try to get me and Dormarcus to jump really far? I don't have any ideas to keep us
That's
alive.
your plan?
What's your idea?
I don't know. You guys can jump super high. Can I assist with pulling them up while flying if they have their jump?
Yes.
If I cast
Roll me
jump-
perception one more time.
That's not good.
27.
27. Oh, thank God. So you saw the tortoise one direction, the lizard folk and the 2 smaller, probably kobold assassins, the other direction. There's only one other cardinal direction other than down that a thing could be, and that would be up. Looking up, you spot in the fire escape Sheridoyle staring down at you. She is just watching right now.
Why are you such a bitch?
No, no answer comes forth. Although, fuck, she that one. Damn it! A dagger slams into a nearby dumpster, and you hear a yelp come from the dumpster.
The fuck?
Somebody took our idea.
Peeking out from it is the tiefling from before, and he goes, "She's a right cunt. There's no dealing with her. I gotta go." And he
Hey, help us.
digs back into the
We have money.
dumpster and disappears.
A dumpster.
God damn it. Let's just jump in the dumpster.
We're in it. In the
I
other
thought you guys got
dumpster.
out.
There's another dumpster next to you. That's
Oh.
where he was.
I'm gonna jump in the dumpster.
Okay. You jump in the dumpster, and you feel that the trash compacts quite a bit. Probably this dumpster is hollowed out at the bottom and is connected to a pit of garbage that you can sort of swim through.
Let's go.
I jumped too.
Dormarcus throws his trident at Sheridoil and says, "You cannot make me stop. I find my enemies always."
Dormarcus, let's go.
And he's like, "No!"
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Shit, I totally. Oh, okay. Damn it. That's a 19.
19.
Shit.
Yeah, that's enough. He,
I have a +2.
he gets grumpy and summons his trident back and jumps in after you guys. And you hear what sounds like it might be sick laughter from above, and the sound of daggers slamming into the lid of this dumpster. Just thump, thump, thump. And you realize that she's nailing it shut by throwing the daggers into the lid and slamming them into the steel of the dumpster hard enough to pin it shut so that you can't get back out. However, you guys are digging down and away, following the trail of this tiefling, and you can sort of hear him rustling in front of you. You then also hear behind you, "You are under arrest. You are under arrest." And then the sound of the foot, 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 and then sounds like Sheridoil has met the Justicars. Anyway,
Sounds like
as
they
you guys
arrested her.
dig through your trash trail, you eventually come out into a sewer, sort of. And walking around, you see that there's quite a few tiefling down here. He looks back scared and then says, "Oh, it's just you.
Is this the hotel you're going to bring us to?
No, this is just the way to the hotel I was going to bring you to. I told you it's a 3-star establishment. It's quite nice."
Whatever. Where's it at?
He goes, "Well, I mean, what sort of accommodations are you looking for? It'll be cheaper for just the two of you, probably."
Just
And
any-
Dormarcus says, "Dormarcus want room 2." He goes, "Oh, okay. That's fine."
Money, Dormarcus?
Dormarcus have much money. And he pulls out a bunch of
Rocks don't count, Marcus.
pieces of what looks like paper, some sort of papyrus that he has a crudely drawn Dormarcus face and different numbers on either side. Some 5s, some 1s, some 10s. And he hands a pile of them and he says, "Keep change." And the kid takes it and is like, "Okay."
Okay, how much is the not scrying nobody can ever find us one for just 3 of us?
For just 3 of you, it'd only be 1,000 gold.
Deal.
And he reaches his hand out.
Did you have a
How
thought
about-
rotisserie?
Where the fuck are you going to hide from that crazy lady?
Says, "Oh, I'm just planning to stay down here. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Justicars got her by now."
No,
Hmm.
that just exploded.
He goes, "What? No. The Justicars they'll get her.
No.
You can't avoid the Justicars for long. Nobody can."
Okay.
So if we give you 1,000 gold, we're safe from her too.
I mean, she won't be able to find you, so yeah, sure.
How about just a normal room?
Where she can find us.
Well, I think she's gonna be busy, but
Trying to look for us.
He's like,
well,
"Look, do you want the good room or not?"
Good room. I give him 1,000 gold.
He hands you a key, and he says, "Find a door, stick it in the lock, and it'll take you to your room."
What? That's not very good instruction.
Just find a door, stick it in the lock, and it'll take you to your room.
So
Where's the
any door
door?
becomes our room if we stick it in the lock?
There are some various shitty rooms around you that have locked doors.
And just find one of them and put the key in it.
You feel magic arcing out of the key, and then when you open the door, it opens to a decently nice hotel room.
Patisserie, let me tell you a story about how Erdry in our dream world stole all my money and tried to pretend like some skeletons took it. And that can be your bedtime story. We gotta rest.
okay.
And so you guys rest. Liza, Erdry, you guys wake up.
Sorry, I got us arrested.
You are in a cell, and sitting across from you is a legionnaire with a sword across his lap. And he says, You're not from around here, are either of you?"
Yeah, no, we're not. So can I be completely honest with you? Because we got off on the wrong foot, as they say, if that colloquial metaphor lands here. We are the time police, and we came from a different dimension, a different world, and we were here to track down some evil people. One being this crazy elfin lady with fucking daggers, and these lizard folk, and they're very wanted with the multiple dimension time police. And we didn't actually intend to end up in the building we were in. We were just tracking them, and we're unfamiliar with your customs. And we got in over our head quickly.
Says, "You're not with the stabby bitch?"
No, we were trying to track her down. She's wanted for a lot of crimes across dimensions.
Says, "Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. We've got her in custody."
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, she took down more men than we've lost in a long time. But
Yeah.
We have her. She's only one cell away from you right now, just right next door.
You need to be very careful with her.
So you're not working together, you're telling me?
No, I hate her. We have had we're from the same military organization, originally on our home planet, and we have a difference of feelings on things, and we split up, and she has been committing horrific slavery crimes for a long time.
Atrocity.
And he looks back and he goes, "It's funny. The story she tells is quite different."
I'm not surprised.
She says you're terrorists who jump from world to world, destroying them, leaving them bereft of life, and that you're known as the wreckers of major societies all across the multiverse.
Wow. She is good. I got to admit, she is good. Her lies have really evolved over the years. It's crazy.
It's like, what's interesting is, my, and he references his sword, and he shows you the pommel which you haven't been able to see until now, has a sort of sapphire set stone. And he goes, my truth stone only went off on about half of what she said, which is interesting because if only 10% of what she said was true, you might be the worst people I've ever met in my life.
Wow, that's a statement. I would say I have to disagree with that. And even if did you ask her about any things she's done? She's a horrible human. Well, elf.
We're trying to protect an emperor from her and get him home.
I don't know how that could possibly be true, but it thinks it is.
It's because it is true.
The Emperor of Egypt, yeah.
That sounds quite at odds with your time police nonsense. You want to tell me the truth?
Yeah, no,
It's
okay.
the
My
truth.
God. Yes, we'll tell you the goddamn truth. Okay, here's the whole truth. He's the king of the emperor of Egypt, and there was this dragon who tried to eat him, so we had to retreat as quickly as we could. There was a giant army that we had to fight, and I had to summon a creature to save us, and we ended up in this world with these awful vampire-type creatures, and then we had to leave that world. And then we ended up next to them, and she's been trying to murder me for 35 years at least now. And so we've just been running, and we were trying to find a safe place to stay the night. And so we figured we would just find the best place to hide would be in plain sight in someone's apartment. And we didn't think that, these alarm things would happen. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before.
Very
And so
advanced.
here we are.
He says, finally, the truth. The reason I can tell you're not from around here is most people who commit crimes here just kill themselves. They make
Oh.
sure that we don't catch them because why would you commit crimes if you know you're going to get caught? Doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Well,
we
when
didn't
you're desperate,
realize
you know.
we're committing a crime.
It says, that ring is false.
Yeah.
And he sort of rubs his temple and he goes, see, the thing is, I actually don't have too much of a problem with what you did. I can
Okay.
sense you guys were desperate. That woman took down
Great.
15 Justicars.
Yeah,
She's
great.
not someone to mess with.
She's nuts.
However, the law is the law.
Sure,
You're in the
sure.
realm of justice himself, so.
Don't know what that means, but okay.
Oh, you wouldn't, I suppose.
No.
'Cause, we're ruled here by a demigod. He calls himself Justice, and he has enforced the rule of justice amongst his entire city
Okay.
and much of the lands beyond.
Mm.
We have advanced magic and options. However, the guilds still control a large amount of power in the city, and one thing that they have managed to get, much to the chagrin of me and the other Justicars, you have one option if you would
Mhm.
prefer not to spend the rest of your life in this cell.
Okay, I'm listening.
We can contract you out to a guild,
Mhm.
and you'll have to perform a job for them.
What kind of job?
Depends on the guild.
Okay. And if we do that, we are
You are then part of that guild at their beck and call
for forever or just.
until you want to come back to your cell, basically.
I see. And okay, and that's the only options.
I mean, that or die in here.
Sure. And this demigod, he doesn't come and talk to. We're not like we're nobody. We jump dimensions. I feel like we deserve the respect shown by dimension jumpers to be able to talk to him.
It says there are a number of dimension jumpers that come here.
Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping it'd be a little more special than that. All right, fair enough.
They're not good people. They're always awful.
Well, we're not awful, so for what it's worth.
His thing clearly glows when you say that.
Like as a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair. We're not intentionally awful.
It flickers. It doesn't glow brightly, but it flickers. And he says, I think you almost believe that.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
Not purposefully awful.
And that it does not glow then.
Sometimes things just get a little messy.
We've done good things. We started a revolution once that freed people.
It glows when you say good things, but it doesn't glow when you say revolution that freed good people.
So, we've made some bad decisions and good decisions, but I feel like, to me, our good decisions have outweighed our bad ones.
Sometimes things just get a little messy. It's life.
He's like, you don't need to explain to me. There is no judge or jury or executioner here. There is either life in prison,
Okay.
Or life in guild.
or you get to help a guild out.
If we help the guild out, do we at least get our stuff back?
Of course you do. It's your stuff. It would be
Fuck
illegal for me to confiscate it.
Do we have our stuff still right now? I'm asking the DM now.
It's all on the outside of the cell.
Yeah, we will do the guild thing.
Yeah, we'll build it up.
It's okay. There'll be guild representatives here in just a few hours. I suggest that you make your talents known to them so that they select you. Most don't get picked,
Oh, we will.
especially world hoppers. They're
Oh,
known to
wow.
just leave the second that they're out of cells.
Yeah, I bet. We're not like that though.
It glows brightly. He looks, he's like, I'm not the one you got to convince. And they won't have a truth sword. And
That's
he
probably
sheathes his sword and sits down, and you can hear him talking to Sheridoil. You just catch snippets, but he ends with, the guilds will be here soon.
Motherfucker. I say that out loud too.
Okay.
So this is my fault.
I'm just gonna start yelling extraordinary rendition. Yeah, it is your fault for real though.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh,
I feel like
Not the-
we've been in work situations.
much worse. That's why it's fine. It's a
So-
minor, it's a bump in the road of the bullshit we've dealt with.
Yeah, it's just like a small hurdle, like one of the short ones.
Yeah.
Like one that I could easily jump over, probably, maybe.
Would Sheridoil be able to hear us?
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go. Hey, Sheridoil.
You hear a sound on metal, like tink, tink, tink.
Can we call it like a truce until we both, get out of this place? 2 taps for yes, 1 tap for no.
Roll me perception.
Non-natural 20.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, God. It sounded like 2 taps. So,
Maybe now would be a good time to find out why she hates you so much while she's in a cell.
well, she's only tapping. How the fuck? It's not. I don't know.
I don't know.
more-
It's like code.
Would I know the type of code she's using?
Yeah, she's using 2 taps for yes and 1 tap for no.
Yeah, all right. Are you still really mad at me?
Are you in love with Urgery?
Can you tell when I snap? Can you hear it?
That sounded like 1.
Yeah, it was just 1.
Are you still hunting to kill me because there is a poison in you that's gonna kill you if you don't?
Wait, what?
1 snap.
Because she had, like, the last time we saw her, she had the burning thing in her arm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was because she was in love with you.
No, I don't think she likes me that much. Are you chasing us because we are, as he said, you terrorists?
Are you in love with Urgery? Dang it. I'm trying to write a fan fiction.
No, you and Erdry are in love.
Oh, yeah. We've assaulted each other. It's a thing
After
now.
this, can we have an actual conversation on what's going on here? Because this is getting a little old. It's been like 35 years now.
Maybe we could help you.
Was that one or two? Because it kind of like hit your hand.
There was one.
We could probably help you.
I don't think she really needs our help. Have you seen her? Jesus.
But I mean, with the brand thing, we could
Wait.
probably.
Yeah, are you? I guess that's what I was asking before. Do you still have the slave brand that? Okay, that was a no. All right.
So you just hate us. Is it all of us or just Urgery? Just Urgery?
Is there a contract out for us? Okay, thanks. Yep. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that
good
explains
talk.
that.
Good talk.
Now, I guess we'll see you. We'll see you at home or wherever we see you next.
See you on the outside.
And with that, we cut back to Rotisserie and Seth. You guys wake up. Your room was pretty nice, actually. Had
Better be for
2 queen
1,000
beds.
gold.
It has some air conditioning, not machine air conditioning, but some sort of magical air conditioning. It has a window overlooking a lot of the city. You're probably 50 floors up. It's a really nice building. There's only like 2 or 3 high rises this tall in the whole city. And you can see the city stretches all the way to the horizon. It's huge. You can also see that the city is divided into various quadrants. The quadrant that you guys were in and are in is sort of themed in a red and white, but you can also see a blue and white connected to the red and white, a black and blue connected to the white and blue, a green and black, and then a red and black, all sort of different pieces of this puzzle connecting together.
This place is weird. I didn't know it was this big. We could have just kept going.
Yeah. I want to attune my weapon or whatever.
Okay, yeah. You can have done that the night before if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure that Dormarcus, your idea will be to storm the prison, but I don't know if that's the best. Like, maybe we can figure out how prison works here, or
Yeah, we need to find the prison first.
I don't know if we need to go there. Like, what are we going to do when we get to the prison?
I don't know, but we need to start there.
Well, how do we do that?
I don't know. Did we have like a room service person?
There is a bell that says room service on it.
I'm gonna ring it.
When you ring it, a butler appears, and he says, "While the first call is free, I cannot do any work for you without letting you know that there are various charges for my services, and calls after this point will be 50 gold per call."
For this call, do we get any services besides just the information?
You get some minor services as far as our tourism industry goes.
What about basic emergency options?
Oh, of course, that's free, sir.
Okay. Where would we go for the nearest authority place?
To report
if
a crime.
Yes.
To report a crime, well, I can do that for you easily, sir.
Oh.
Well, what if we would like to do it in person?
Oh, Oh, I must ask, have you witnessed a crime here, sir?
I don't think so.
Just hypothetically, in case it could happen.
Actually, we don't know what the crimes are here.
He goes, oh, you need information, and you would like to get it from the authorities directly. That is quite devious of you. Ah, yes, very, very good. And he hands you a rolled up piece of scroll, and he says, this can guide you to the nearest Justicar station.
Is it a map?
And you unroll it, and it's an arrow.
How does this work, buddy?
It says, you follow it.
Yeah, it points.
Yeah, but it could point in any direction. Like, does it move as you move the paper, or?
As he moves the paper, it moves. It's actually 3-dimensional on the paper.
Huh.
So it's actually pointing slightly down at an angle when he holds it.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, great talk. Do we need
Says-
anything else, Brotisserie?
Is there free breakfast?
Yes, we have a continental breakfast. Although I must warn you, our waffle irons are broken.
Well, I spent 1,000 gold to stay here, so I would think that there would be waffle irons aplenty.
He says,
Is that delivered to our room?
he looks around. He goes, for a 20 gold tip, it is.
So,
Let's just
Not
go
free.
get it.
He says, well, the normal service is 50 gold, but for 20 gold directly to me, untaxed, I would be happy to do so.
or we could just go down and eat.
Well, sure, you can do that. That's an option.
Well, I guess we go to the cops then.
Yeah. As you do you tell him to leave, or are you just pushing past him, or what?
No, I was just saying that to the rest of the group.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll see you later, Butler.
He says, enjoy Ravnica, and leaves.
Okay,
Oh,
so we.
shit. Are we going straight to the sewers?
I don't know if we have to
When-
go to the sewers.
Well, we came from the sewers.
I can pass without trace us, and we can just use the arrow.
Okay. Is there more than one door out of the room?
There is only one door out of the room, the one the
Is there
butler
a
came
fire escape?
in. No.
And there's not. I mean, do I still have that key that got us in
Yep.
this room?
You do.
What happens when I open the door?
When you open the door regularly,
Yeah.
it opens into a nice hallway.
Ooh, let's do that. I don't want to go to the sewer place.
I'll just take the key with us in case we do want to go to the sewer place.
Oh, is there a shower or a bath?
There sure is, yeah.
I should probably do that.
Yeah, we all get in the shower together. All three of us.
Door Marcus climbs in immediately with Brotisserie. Yeah. There's not enough water flow to make it past any one of you. So they're just sort of like standing naked behind whoever's in the water. And the tub immediately clogs with hair and blood and matted meat and shit. And it's just gross. Feathers, tusk pieces, teeth, claws, fur. It is plugged so fucking fast, and it basically just turns into like gross stew in the bottom of the tub. It smells like shit. But you guys rinse it off of you and into the tub.
I feel better.
Yeah, pretty quickly you're all, moderately clean.
That's a good idea, Brotisserie.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Brotisserie, still naked, hugs both of you and says, so happy to be back with friends.
I did not do that.
Dormarcus. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna put a little bit of Anna the Farmer on.
Dormarcus reaches out his wrist and asks for some of his own.
Okay, I'll put some on him.
He then licks it off his wrist and says, is smell good.
Mm-hmm.
and then breathes in your face, Seth, and says, "Is smell good?"
Yeah, real good, Dormarcus. Let's go downstairs and get food and/or go to the police.
Do you
I
guys go
guess.
to the police or do you go to the continental breakfast?
I want to get
Breakfast
food first.
first.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
While you're getting breakfast, you can see the lizard folk, the one who was hunting for you before, is also eating breakfast. He has an orange and 2 soggy, like shitty, not cooked all the way waffles on his plate. And he's scowling at it when he looks up and says, "Use."
Yes.
He's just like, "You won't get away with this. The mistress will find you, and we will skin you alive."
Why?
He's the false emperor of Egypt. Our great lord rules Egypt now, and we need his soul.
Oh, is it because his is like the true soul?
Yes,
And
because
your
his
fake
soul
emperor
belongs
is
to the
trying to-
master.
Is that the whole reason you guys are hunting us?
Of course.
It seems like if it was his soul, then he would have it and not have to take it from me. Doesn't that seem to make a little bit more sense?
You tricked the Tabaxi into a revolution that got dozens, if not thousands of them killed.
Well, to be fair,
You
that
mean
was
the
somebody
truth?
else, but
The truth is, they should never have opposed the Klean army. They are now burned and broken people, without an emperor and without any hope.
They
You can
have-
see now the other people eating breakfast are giving him looks. And there's a lady who is like, sir, this is, there are children here. And he is glaring at you and goes and sits at a table at the far end and begins to eat his food while he stares at you.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to her. I'm like, sorry, he just likes murdering people for no reason.
She's like, and
Yeah.
covers her kid's ears.
want to report him to the police.
She goes, "Good. I should get the just cause here for the lot of you.
Well,
You
just
belong
him.
with the guilds, you brigands."
What?
Oh.
And she says, Sir, I demand that these men be removed from my sight." And you can see the butler from before walking up, and he says, "Ma'am, this is the first time you have summoned me, therefore the service is free. However, it will be 50 gold for each service beyond this one." And she begins to explain to him that you guys are disrupting the continental breakfast and should be thrown out.
I'm just eating while she talks.
Rotisserie, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk up to that guy again.
The lizard folk?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask him where the koala is.
He says, "The koala."
Yes.
"Oh, your friend." Well,
Yes.
we devoured his soul and then ate his body. After you got the axe, there was really no reason to keep him alive anymore.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Roll initiative.
Saw that one coming once that sentence started.
Are you joining in, Seth?
Not yet. I'm eating my breakfast in peace.
I got a 13.
13. You'll go first.
Oh, wow.
Be 17.
17 will hit. What are you
Oh, wow.
attacking him with?
I'm just punching him.
Okay. Like that's not super still dangerous.
Yeah. Oh
I'm just punching him with my crazy bird claws of barbarian strength.
11. Be 23.
With a punch.
Jeez. Yeah, that connects. You knock a bunch of teeth out, and he immediately is gagging up a little bit of waffle he had tried to swallow. Are you doing anything else?
Well, honestly, I probably think I would have raged from that.
Oh, yeah, I figured you were enraged.
Yep, so I'm going to just keep punching him.
Did you do your rage damage? Did you add that to it?
No. What's that? Wait, no, I already added that to my normal. Okay. 23.
To hit?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's 21 damage.
Yep. Both gouge the fuck out of him. He's now bleeding all over his food and table. The kids are hugged tight to the mom, and you can hear a guy who's yelling like, "Yeah, kick his ass!"
I'm gonna do my frenzy and attack him again. That's 18.
Hit.
And that's a 19.
19. He is not looking good, but he's not dead yet. He is throwing up, and you actually see a whole chunk of koala come up, like an arm. Not totally digested, but a fuzzy little arm pops out. And
yeah, I'm just gonna scream like, "You killed my friend!"
And at that point, the butler steps in the way and steps over the body of the lizard and says, "Sir, the Justicars have been called. As you are a guest of this establishment, I have not turned on any of our security measures, but I can no longer have you beating another guest, even if he did commit murder. The Justicars will deal with this, and I suggest, if you do not want to be taken directly to the Justicar establishment, you leave this man alone right now."
Well, my necklace reset when I long rested, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna point at the arm that he coughed up and be like, "Make sure they see that."
Says, "Will do, sir." And Mark, you feel your gold pouch get 50 gold lighter.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. He says, "Do you need anything else?"
No.
Is
Nothing
there anything
else.
free you'll give us?
I can freely offer my services at any price that is correct for the price.
Okay. I'm gonna just grab some of the food when I'm leaving and then go.
Okay. You guys head there. You follow the arrow. There's numerous shops. Again, weird symbols. You don't know what they mean. You do see at one point a group of shady-looking individuals in an alley that sort of give you a once-over, but nothing too interesting until you get to the Justicar establishment. It's an ivory white tower, and as you arrive, there are 3 or 4 groups also entering in front of you. One group is in sort of robes. They seem to have green and blue skin and long, tall foreheads. You've never seen their like before. Another group has at least 3 or 4 what look like orcs, bigger than Dormarcus even. They're huge. They're like 10 feet tall. And they look just massive, monstrous dudes. And they're wearing like loincloths and stuff. And they're going in. And then behind them is a sort of demon-looking thing, followed by 2 humans in black robes. And then you guys are right behind them as they go up. And they get into the elevator. It's not a huge elevator. Are you getting in with them, or are you going to wait until there's a bigger one or another one open?
I would want to wait.
Yeah, how much room is there for?
I mean, you could fit all 3 of you in there, and you would just be like pressed up against the door.
Strangers?
Huh?
I don't want to be that close with strangers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
So they go up, and we cut to Erdry and Liza. You hear ding dong, and down the way come the guilds, and they're sort of walking down, and they get to the cells. The demon-looking guy and the 2 black robes stop and begin conversing with Sheridoil. And then the orcs and the blue guy are waiting their turn to talk to Sheridoil, but they sort of are looking over your way, somewhat interested. What are you guys doing?
Wave. Hello.
One of them nods and says, "Are you the planar travelers?"
Yep, that's us.
They say, How talented are you?
Well, very. First off, I am a jumper of shadows, maker of plans, summoner of demons.
At this point, the big orc dudes are immediately disinterested and are like, "Ugh," and begin looking in. They're now only interested in Sheridoil. The 2 taller blue and green skinned guys come over, and they say, "We are Vedelkin. We would be very interested in acquiring your services. We can pay 250 gold per day. However, we would need your assurances that you would not plane hop. We know those with the spark can do so at will."
Well, yeah, that's yeah. How long would we be contracted with you guys? Is that like a permanent type deal? Is it like a year type deal?
Oh, no. It is based on the mission. Your initial job would merely be to retrieve some documents that have been stolen from us. Upon
Okay.
completion of that, we could either sign a new contract,
Mhm.
or you may leave. Well, or come back to jail if you cannot leave.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. We can do a contract with you. Can you give us a minute to like talk? I just want to make sure she's okay with it too, and
At that moment, you hear the cage next to you unlocking. Click, click. And Sheridoil is staring in the cage at you. And
hey, Sheridoil.
you just hear,
Just nod. Go back to what I'm doing.
and the demon says, Now, I've got your contract, you little bitch." And she cracks her neck,
Yikes. I'm just gonna say oof.
and they leave.
They're in trouble. I hate to be those guys.
So you and Liza are discussing.
Yeah. Discussing. So Liza, I guess we got to do this, right?
I mean, either that or we sit here until we die.
Yeah. I say we do this contract, and then we go from there. We could figure something out. But this
Yeah,
at
we
least
can-
gets us out of this.
Yeah,
In
we
this
can
jail
kind
cell.
of like I don't know, persuade our way into something different later.
Yeah, plus all we gotta do is steal a contract. We're pretty good at that type of stuff. That's like our thing.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, we really botched this B&E, but that's okay. It's a learning process.
And they offer their hand through the bar, and they say, "Will you shake on this bargain?"
Yes.
And
will.
they shake hands with you, and you see a document in the other one's hand. Suddenly, your name appears written on it, as though you signed it. And he says, "The sheikh confers that you have agreed to a blood oath to uphold your end of this deal."
Okay.
And at that moment, ding dong, Seth and Brotisserie walk into the level, having been told that the World Hoppers are all up on level 27. And you guys see some weird blue-haired guys, or blue-skinned dudes. You also see Sheridoyle, who is walking towards the elevator with a demon figure, her whole retinue of 2 kobold assassins and a tortoise, and then 2 black cloaked figures.
Oop,
And
wrong
as
floor.
she looks at you too, and she sees Seth, and you literally can hear the cracking of bones in her hands as she pops her knuckles. And the demon says, "Listen here, you don't do that in here, or you'll never be leaving. I don't care what you think's gonna happen. You won't kill him, you won't have him, and you'll be here forever. Now, come on." And
She's
then
gonna
a
eat your
chain
koalas.
materializes around her neck, and he yanks her forward by the chain. And you see pure, unadulterated rage written on her face. And he
Okay.
says,
Bye-bye.
"Don't be worrying about her. You'll not be seeing her again." And then, as the doors are about to close, you just hear,
That's weird. What does she do that for?
That guy's gonna die.
I don't, he's a demon. Demons are powerful. Maybe more powerful than an elf.
She's probably part demon.
Maybe. Anyway, so do we know about the guild coming up here and any of that?
you don't know who they are. You don't know anything about that. You just know that there's some weird blue-skinned dudes who are shaking hands with Urgery, and now they're letting them out of the cell.
Oh, look, they got away.
They just let prisoners out here. This is weird. What's
So they
what
close
kind of?
enough that we can hear, and like there's
Yeah.
are we all not exactly. So we gotta do a job real quick.
Yeah, we signed a contract.
Oh, who are you? Why are you talking to us?
and the Vedelkin are like, are you friends or enemies or allies?
So
Definitely
here's the thing. Like
enemies.
this was our group, and you know, we were waiting for them to show up so we could do a contract with them, but we just thought they weren't gonna show, so we did a contract with you.
At that moment, you see the guard from before, and he comes stepping out, and he's like, "You know, it's weird. Sometimes you're just trying to relax, and a blinking light just keeps going off."
Man, can you just fuck off and let us do our thing? Jesus Christ, have you harassed us enough?
And he says, "No." And the light does not come on.
God, what do you want?
Just making sure everything's okay out here.
Yeah,
I
look, we
sensed
signed
a
the contract.
mighty
See
amount
the-
of hatred coming from this hall just a minute ago.
Well, Cheridoyle was walking by.
Oh yeah, the crazy dagger bitch left.
Everybody knows her, even though we don't know these people at all.
Don't worry
When
about it.
you
we
say
gotta do a
crazy
contract.
dagger bitch, it doesn't glow.
Yeah.
He looks down at the sword and he's like, "Oh, that's hot." Just sort of nods, and he says, "You best follow your contract with the Vedelkin. I'd hate to have to come after you.
I would hate to have to see your glowing sword thing again. So yeah, we'll do it.
He nods his head, turns
doesn't
back
glow, I'm
towards his
being-
office. He
Yeah, I
doesn't
was
care.
being honest. I
Yeah.
was being honest anyway. So
He trusts you, more or less.
you shouldn't, but
Yeah.
I learned my lesson about lying in front of him.
And the Vedalken are confused and they say, "Would you also like to join the contract?" And they gesture to Rotisserie and Seth.
Well, we're free, so what does
No.
that
It's
entail?
it's 250 gold a day.
For to
Do
do
we
what?
get that for without doing a contract?
No, we would have to have a How else would you be paid?
What does our contract look like?
Well, your contract would be as long as you are helping your unknown compatriots here to achieve the goals set forth in the contract, which is to retrieve a stolen contract, then you would be getting paid 250 gold a day.
That's
However,
each person.
yes, of course.
Oh,
What classifies as helping?
Assisting, providing assistance to, those would be things that would be considered helping.
How about just staying out
How
of
is
the
that
way?
rated?
Well, similar to, and he gestures at the office behind him. He goes, the officer's truth sword, our magic relies on intent. So intent is how all of our magic works. If you intend to help, even if it doesn't necessarily get the correct action, it counts as help.
We have to.
If you intend to deceive or lie or cheat or steal in some way that would negatively affect us, then it will treat that as not helping the goal and will trigger the blood oath.
So what if we don't intentionally do you guys harm?
Unintentional harm is expected and can often happen. Otherwise, you may piss off another contractor and you would have no way of knowing.
So we should be good then.
As long as you do not intentionally try to break our bargain, yes, it will be a fine deal.
So this contract we have to steal. Do you have any information that
As-
we can have, or
Yes, in fact, I do. It would be a contract where a demon signed a woman's soul away to free her from jail recently.
okay? And we need to
Are
steal
you
it.
talking about the dagger, bitch?
No. But it is the same demon.
Oh, so we have to go steal a contract from the guy we just saw.
You have to steal it from wherever he has it hidden at, yes.
And you have no clues. I don't know where he lives. Don't know where he goes.
We have some idea. We know the district that he is in.
Okay.
We know the bars he frequents,
Okay.
and we know where his apartment is. We also know where his bank is, but we don't know in which of those locations it is, and we have to be cautious not to overstep even our expanded authority under the law.
Sure. Which is where we come in, obviously.
Yes, as you are not citizens here, when you are under guild contract, you are allowed to do things that would be considered illegal normally.
Okay. And so if I go into a bank and I try to steal this contract, am I going to have crazy magic that pins me in a room and I just end up here again?
No. The guilds are exempt from such requirements. However, you are allowed to be brought to justice by any other guild member during that time.
Sure. I get that.
So like
Which means
the
death.
crazy bitch that works for that demon.
Well, I don't know that she's working for him. He may have just purchased her contract. That's why he has this contract. He likes to purchase them and trade them around.
I see. Okay. Any other information? Addresses? Can write down? Banks? Houses?
He provides you a list of documents or a pile of documents that lists some addresses of banks, apartments, and frequently visited places.
Okay.
What was this blood oath thing again?
The blood oath. Well, we can provide you copies of the documentation. It's a very complex process, though.
I want to go into the officer's room.
Okay. He's sitting, leaned back on a chair, with his sword laying on his chest.
How stupid is it to go and sign those contracts?
Well, really, it mostly depends on how long you want to live. If you're looking to live forever, contracts can be pretty dangerous. The law won't kill you. We'll only ever track you down. But when you're under guild contract, you're fair game to other guild contractors.
So, is that good or bad?
It's not anything. It's a decision.
Is it a good or bad decision?
Yeah. And he looks and he says, y'all are plane hoppers, right?
Yep, I guess.
If I were you, I'd not bother signing any contract and I'd just plane hop right out of here.
That does sound like a good idea.
Ravnica is not a safe place for any world hoppers. It's too aware. We're too prepared. There's planes where you'd be seen as gods. Here, you're just another tool in the machine.
Right. So, what would happen if the crazy lady decided to just hop planes now that she signed a contract?
I don't know. I didn't see her contract, but she's not signing with the Vedalken, so it won't be a blood oath. Be something probably a lot worse.
Is that which ones are those guys? There's the Vaticans.
And he says they are the
Iskir.
It's here?
Iskir.
I don't know what that means.
I just take it to mean demon.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was like no help at all.
He says, wasn't trying to. Sword doesn't glow. And he says, shut the door on the way out, please.
Now, I'm going to leave his door open.
And he leans back, enjoying the fresh air of the hallway. Anyway, are you guys going to sign the contract?
No.
Dormarcus.
Dormarcus does.
No. Dormarcus. We can help, but we don't have to sign a contract. That just endangers all of us.
Dormarcus is with Liza and Erdry. They go down, Dormarcus goes down.
Well, that seems possible.
That's very sweet of you. Unnecessary, but sweet.
And the Vettel can say, well, it's time we be off. We may see your friends again someday.
All right.
And with that,
Wait. Do I bring when I steal the contract, do I bring it to you? What do I do with it?
once you have it, we will have it. Do not worry.
Oh, perfect. That makes it easier. And then my contract's done once I'm get the contract.
Of course.
Okay.
And immediately you watch Liza and Erdry both teleport along with the two Vedalken and Dormarcus.
Oh. Okay.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about Sharadoyle, huh?
I guess.
And that is where we will end episode 36
Yeah.
of the Drunken Arcanauts Origins campaign. The party on the plain of Ravnica dealing with justice and the many guilds. Thank you for listening, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Bye-bye.